Assalamualaikum everyone. Let's start the progress of daily analysis again. It's been long time, maybe 6 7 months now. So I'll starting this series of posting it after every a day or so because the moments, if it's not volatile enough, I'll be recording it on daily basis. But if it's if it's volatile enough, I'll be recording it daily enough. But if the price action is not moving as much, I'll be recording it on the odd days of the week: Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So let's have an outlook of this week. And knowing it, I'm not a professional or any financial advisor. This is just what I see on the charts and what I have, thoughts about the charts. I'll be having daily analysis for DXY, gold, Euro USD, and pound. So let's start, and let's start with our DXY 4-hour chart. As you can see, if we zoom out to a certain length, we can see that it has been in under consolidation. From this order block of weekly chart, it's not having a bounce above or a market structure shift, but it's kind of taking liquidity and sweeping it back. Wait a minute. Third bath. So it's taking liquidities from the down below parts and then it's sweeping upside. So it's more like in a consolidation until now, that it may stop right here and then it may go up, because if according to the Wyckoff patterns, two times bottom, two times top, or two times top and two times bottom. You can search the Wyckoff patterns as well. I don't consider it that much, but sometimes in consolidation, yeah, it works like an a fantastic unicorn sometimes. But yeah, so this was the lowest bottom. It got taken again, so one and two times here. This was the highest. This is not counted, so it's taken at one time because it didn't have the power enough, or maybe something was going on, and then it uh, is taken again. Now, it is possible that for this week, it might be under this daily fair value gap, which is now invalidated because it's been hit many, many, many times. So these are two recent lows, and this may be, an area where it rejected already. So it's forming bullish fair value gaps, and it's respecting those as well. So a weekly or daily fair value gap right here, right here, it respected that, and then it gave another one, gave a shift right here, then it came back, and it's not closing below this low, then we're in a bullish trend for DXY. So for current today's open, I would just say I would go to an hourly. So today it opened with a gap up, and that affected both the gold and the Euro USD as well. This is a potential point where it can bounce back. This was from the last week, and due to the all war news and everything, we have some potential. I would say, the sum of potential, fair value gaps right here, some order blocks right here that might cause some, distraction. Like it might go here and then it would go up, but have a bounce from here, right? So for that, this is the point where I'm most interested in. If it's respecting this area right here, which it created in the morning, it must go up here. So if it's bullish, I'm bearish for gold and everything else. If this is respected in the London session, which is just started, an hour has only passed away. For let's start with gold. I was bullish on gold. I'll make sure I'll make you see the bigger version of it. Let me zoom a little. Okay. How it opened? It's been creating recent, this dip here, right here. And after taking the daily high and the daily high liquidity with daily fair value gap, it bounced back very beautifully. And now we're expecting the last week push from Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then a little consolidation we're mostly bullish. I'm mostly bullish on gold. With this IDM liquidity and the fair value gap right here, I always mark fair value gaps with the grays and the gaps with the reds, right? So it opened up with the gap lower down and took the liquidity of this area, but I'm still expecting this fair value gap to be mitigated first and then give me a move up, because I have an IDM upside as well with this liquidity, which didn't got caught. Some of it was caught, but obviously with the volume range, volume at the highest point of fair value gap, if I am taking this fair value gap as an entry, I would exit here at this 4-hour fair value gap within the range. I'm not looking for it to go all the way up. I'm expecting it to, bounce from here and then maybe have a consolidation. If it's trying to break, yeah, it can go up, but I'll be stopping right here. And if it goes back, I'm looking at this point and the lower points, all this liquidity lying below, and maybe some point right here, or this is the point where a lot of liquidity is lying as well. So for now I'm focused more on this week's trade, so I'm taking this area as my area of interest for trade, as it opened below, with a gap down, and it has respected its gap as well. But this liquidity grab right here is giving me a bullish sign where I cannot trade till this point again. So I'm looking for something on 15 minutes for gold around for 3:30 my time. If that would be around PM session for London. If I'm trading Mondays, I don't trade Mondays until the New York session, because London session is just disrupted for Mondays and this is just building ranges. So for now, it's respecting, fair value gaps on the bearish side. And although this was the point where it took, the fair value gap and then it went down to take this liquidity, but this is a huge point for me, that this fair value gap's taken, because this is the second fair value gap, and if we move down, this is the bigger one. So for a proper entry, this must be mitigated for a very bullish upside move. And I'm still looking for it, for the PM session to have something down here. And I was looking for an entry right here around this area, but these wicks are too close and they might get mitigated in the London session with these equal highs as well. With this candle with no wick, you can see this is creating a lot of potential liquidity grab, or maybe a wick on an upside down, like a close whip, and then a recovery down here. So this is what I'm looking for today and tomorrow. I don't know what would be the speed depending on the news. It's a little far down the road. It's on, I guess, on Tuesday, and then all those inflammation rates and information reports that cause volatility, but not as much. So yeah, I'm trying to see what I can get. I was bullish on Euro USD as well, and it opened with the gap down. Let me show you the 4-hour chart. And what I see is again IDMs. I don't want to enter here because it might give a shift back, because I say this as it again took the liquidity on the dailies with an IDM. The blue line, the yellow line is for the IDM, and then it bounced back from the fair value gap, and then it gave a very good change of a market structure shift, but it created all these liquidities, and then it has again grabbed that liquidity as well. The supply area. So I always confuse supply and demand. So now this is the protected high, but with all these aggressions and everything, I see that I just see that the last week has been bullish. So this is, very much respectable. And with this IDM, I see this chances of this getting hit more than this one. I'm just looking for a very small trade for my prop firm challenge. So this is why I marked my alert right here with all those liquidities right here, because this is a gap. If it falls right through it. There's no volume right here. And I'm looking for a long today and tomorrow because with this bullish move and sorry, change of character right here was valid if this was also taken, but it didn't have enough power, so it is going up to gather more. It might gather more from some area from right here, maybe grabbing this liquidity again with the proper candle close and then going down. So yeah, I'm looking for longs for a very short time. I'm not bullish overall. I'm bearish overall on Euro USD, but I said in earlier I will be posting my analysis on the odd days like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and if it's volatile enough, Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. So overall it's been in a range. I'm trying to grab a very small percentage on a 5 minute or a 1 minute for my prop firm challenge, so that's why I was long for today. And but it opened with a gap down, and it's not respecting that gap anymore. But again, it's a London session, so you cannot say much things about it. I expect it to have go down before it goes up again. This is a very clear IDM. A very sharp move can happen. I just need 1:2, so this is why I'm focused right here. Other than that, this is the last week's high, so this is also possible that it might bounce from here, but the bounce would be very weak since there's liquidity right here. But I'm um, I'm still bullish, and this creates an IDM as well. But I'm trying to take it as a bounce within the range. And with the recent move from last week, which was very bullish, I'm just trying to use that. If it bounces from here and back, I'll take a short, and that is 1:2. What is what I need? I don't need it to come all the way down to get me my challenge done. But for overall, for you guys, yeah, it might get hit at this point, have some consolidation if it's not going up, and respecting that middle line for fair value gap, it might come down and take this point or go further down. For now, what I think. For JPB, yeah, exactly the same thing. I'm expecting it to go lower first, because as you would see that it took monthly fair value gap, it took it very well, it went up, and it took the liquidity. But if this is a protected low and this is the area where it's bouncing, it's supposed to have a proper market structure shift. It gave us a shift, but it's not able to cross this region since last week. And this is the new high we need to take, but we need some kind of power for that. This is an OTE region. This is also an IDM region, which is on dailies, which is like a little far for for a person who needs analysis on daily basis. This is a very small fair value gap on 4 hours with an IDM liquidity lying just here, where my high would be here. This is my targeted high. If you say that we look back, we look for some liquidities, so there's a lot of liquidity here, and I'm not uh, you know, risking my capital on this one. And just for a sake of trade, yeah, this is a good order block where it can bounce off a little bit. It was 1:3, 1:2. But for a longer term, this is the point where I think it must get respected. So within the range, if I'm trading for the last week, this is the range, and it needs to break here and then come down and take this as well. I'm not trading JPB currently. I did took a trade on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I took a trade right here at this point, at this high. I saw that London high was not able to be broken for New York high. So I took a very small trade with my stop loss over here, and then my trade was somewhat at this candle, this no wick candle, because I had a wick but a very small wick, so my trade was 1:4, I guess, but that gave me a good trade. So it's having that issue. It's forming S&Ts. It's having bullish bullish fair value gaps on the smaller time frames, which get respected for a little time, but then get respected for a bigger time frame, which is its job is done. So it's done for me. This was a fair value gap. I was expecting it to respect that, but it opened with a gap down, took liquidity from these fair value gaps right here, and then it's bouncing back, disrespecting this volume gap right here. So the middle line is, it's done. And we're bullish, but from a certain point, maybe it's having an SMT. Yeah, it's just disrespecting. It's a London session, so I won't trust it. So see you next time. And comment down if I'm wrong, if I'm right. I'm willing to learn. And let's see how this goes. And I'm starting this journey, and I'm, on my fifth challenge, maybe. So why not start your journey with me? And let's see where this goes. And I'm very willingly happy to take all the criticism, unless it's not abusive. So a healthy criticism would mean a lot. And see you guys in the next video. Take care and Allah Hafiz.